freedom is never more than one generation away from extinction. We didn't pass it on to our children in the bloodstream. The only way they can inherit the freedom we have known is if we fight for it, protect it, defend it, and then hand it to them with the well-taught lessons of how they in their lifetime must do the same. And if you and I don't do this, then you and I may well spend our sunset years telling our children and our children's children what it once was like in America when men were free.
Hey everybody, welcome to episode number 454 of Gun Freedom Radio, where we engage, we educate, and we inform. We are brought to you by azfirearmsauctions.com, where you set the price on guns, ammo, and accessories. I am one of your hosts, Cheryl Todd.
And I'm the other guy, Dan Todd. Our theme today is goals. That's G-O-A-L-S. And our guest today is John Fahrner. John is a Senior Development and Marketing Officer at Gun Owners of America. He has been working in the firearm industry for over 12 years in a number of roles and companies. He brings his vast knowledge and time in the industry to GOA, focusing on industry relationships. Besides working at GOA, John runs Fully Loaded Reviews YouTube channel and is a co-host of the GOA podcast, State of the Second.
Welcome to the show, John.
Well, thank you for having me. I'm super excited to be on.
Absolutely. What an accomplished guy. Holy cow. You make me tired.
I make myself tired.
For sure. For sure. So I am personally very excited about this first annual Goals event by Gun Owners of America. But I want you to kind of unpack it for us. Tell us what the acronym means. Tell us why people cannot miss this opportunity to come together in Tennessee in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, so GOAL stands for Gun Owners Advocacy and Leadership Summit. It is a mouthful. That's why we shortened it to GOALS. So much easier.
It's a brilliant acronym, though. I love it.
Well, yeah, because our goal is to spread the word of the 2A and increase our advocacy and see how many people grow with that advocacy. So we are doing it in Knoxville, Tennessee, like you said. Very excited to be in Knoxville. It is a very family-friendly and family-oriented event. We have 2 dedicated kids areas, including tactical Nerf guns for the older kids. And
can I play too?
Yes. No. Oh, it's on.
I'm there.
So this is what we like to say, and we've got a little flack for it, is this is not your grandfather's firearms convention. So we've been to a ton of different firearms conventions. I've done a ton of them over the years in my time in the industry, and they all have the same theme. It's let's go walk around the show. Okay, we're going to hang out and do this. So we've really changed this up and really made this something different. So first and foremost is the kids area. So that's very big for a lot of the industry shows don't have those areas. So we're really toting very family friendly. It is also, we fought tooth and nail with the convention center because they are a gun-free zone. We got them to lift the gun-free zone. So it is legally allowed to conceal carry at the convention center.
Wow. Huge applause, standing ovation. That's amazing.
Wait, you're going to allow guns there?
I know.
Right?
It'll be the safest place in the city. I am loving this. Fantastic.
Awesome. Yeah. So not only that, but Friday, as a former vendor of shows, Friday is a vendor media day. And for those of you who don't understand, is vendors don't get to enjoy the show. They don't get to go and actually enjoy it. They're there working the entire time. So we're making this to spotlight the industry and show, hey, these guys are gun people. They actually want to enjoy this. And the same thing for media people. They go to the show, they're working. This is a chance for them to network with these companies, get business done, get all their content filmed on Friday so they don't have to worry about people walking through their shots. It's a really interesting day on Friday. And that's the day I push for personally, because I was like, being that industry guy, I love shows, but I don't get to enjoy them. So Friday is really different compared to everything else that is happening.
So
On,
we were scheduled to fly in on Friday, but like right now listening to you, I think maybe we have to fly in on Thursday now
we
because
might
I don't
have
want to
to.
miss that.
So Friday is media day basically for the exhibits. So the
Yeah.
public's not there on Friday.
Yep. Public is not there on Friday. It's just for media and vendors to do what they do best. And that's walk around the show, get content filmed, and get business done. And that's one of the things that a lot of people want to go to SHOT Show, and SHOT Show is business, business, business. This is a chance for the guys who are actually working the show to go walk around, see the new products, see the people, and actually get to enjoy the industry side of being in the industry.
Making a note.
Yeah.
Change my
Yeah,
flight.
we-
I'm doing
yeah.
it. Changing my flight. All right. So what else? What I mean, I love that the kids are not only welcome but engaged there. How different is that? I often kind of wish like why can't kids come to SHOT Show? We don't want it to be like a free for all because people are doing business, but why can't my grandkids experience that with me? Because we are a family business. So I love that you guys are going that direction with this
Yes.
this
So
event.
Kaylee Neiman, who's the director of development and marketing, who's my boss, she was a very big advocate for the kids area. She's got a 1-year-old herself. So that's a big thing that a lot of people, even the NRA show, it is kid friendly, but there's not a lot of things for them to do.
Mhm.
So that kind of ties in why we picked Knoxville. And not only are we making this a kid friendly show, because we know that, mom and dad are going to go to the show and they're going to want to enjoy the show.
Mhm.
But afterwards, I mean, Dollywood's down the road. You got Smoky Mountain National Park. You've got Pigeon Forge. You've got Gatlinburg. You've got a ton of family-friendly, focused stuff around the show that you can make a vacation out of it and enjoy it as a family and not just be the kids ostracized off to a corner. You know, this is something that we're really focused on. So that we've got, like I said, we've got 2 dedicated kids area. One is for 0 to 4-year-olds. So there's going to be coloring contests and hopscotch and a bunch of things for them to do in that area. And then the other side is for older kids, and that's going to be our tactical Nerf and all that other stuff. So we've got a giant 30 by 50 tactical Nerf inflatable that they're going to be able to walk around and learn how to do some maneuvers and have some fun.
I love it. That is our next generation. Every single thing that we do, we are going to hand the keys off to these kids. And so if they don't get to have any positive experience until they're, already 18 or 21 or whatever, we are not setting ourselves up and setting them up to take those keys confidently and protect our rights into the future. This
John,
is brilliant.
John, you just done messed me up. Okay? Because I'm looking at my wife's notes here. She said she was going to try to come in Thursday now because of the Friday deal,
Uh-huh.
Friday dealer and media.
Yeah.
And then you said the word Dollywood.
That's now on
And
the
now
notes.
she says Tuesday we're going to leave. And it's like, come on, man. And grandkids and daughter and husband.
Mhm, mhm.
Oh,
Yeah, the
so
plans have just changed
yeah.
dramatically for the better. Thank you, John.
But
Appreciate
Oh,
anyway,
you.
you're welcome.
how far is Dollywood away?
It's like 45 minutes from the
Oh.
convention center.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna go there too. No, that's awesome. I think it's great that the kids get involved in this. You're right. So, you don't just drag the kids along with you. You involve the kids, and it's going to be quite an experience. I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So go ahead, John.
Yeah, and that's ties into some other stuff. So go ahead with your question, and I'll move on to some other things that we're doing.
No, that's exactly the segue. I was just going to, I know I have seen some of these amazing names of presenters and speakers come through my Instagram, my Facebook, my email. This is a big, big, big deal. There are so many reasons to not miss goals. So dive into that.
Yeah. So on top of the 120,000 square feet of gun companies and accessory and tactical companies, there's right now we're at 100 or 203 vendors. So 203 different companies from nonprofits to Canic, Henry, Century, Palmetto, Fostech, you name it, they're there. Smith and Wesson's there. that is the meat and the potatoes, is that 120,000 square feet. But the big draw, the steak, if you want to call it, is the panels and the talks. Where else can you go and go listen into a talk about state by state what's going on?
Yeah.
How about how to get your kids into the 2A? We've got a breakout session just for that. We've got the women's panel and the panels that you're going to be on. I've got a women's fashion show that is women only. So this is a no judgment show. Two of our events are for women only, and men are not allowed in the room. Sorry, guys. I apologize. We're being a little sexist, I guess, but it's fine because it's focused on every aspect of being a gun owner. And
Mhm.
some of the largest growing groups of gun are minorities and women.
Mhm.
And so we
Absolutely.
have not only that, we have the 2A for All panel, which includes some of the biggest names in advocacy from different, Yehuda, who's the Pew Pew Jew, is going to be on that panel. Tony Simon, pound for pound, the largest firearms instructor in the country, is going to be there. You've got Hoodneck's going to be on that panel. Brandon Herrera is going to be giving a speech. John Lovell's going to be giving a speech. We've got Congress people giving speeches. We've got the mayor of Knox County, and for those of you who don't know who the mayor of Knox County, his name is Glenn Jacobs. And if you watch 90s wrestling, that is Kane from 90s wrestling. That is the
How cool is
exciting
that?
part for me. I'm like, oh, Kane's going to be here. Cool. But not only that, but you're also going to be able to hear from industry people. We want your input. So I personally am running the Firearms Technology and Innovation panel. That includes Pete Brownell, Jamin McCollum, the owner of Palmetto State Armory, Dave Sr., who was the former owner of P80 and now the owner of Matador Arms, Jeremy Dedman, the owner of XTAC. We've got Adam Ranola, the VP of Marketing and Development over at Canic and Century. We've got Josh, who's the head of marketing over at HoloSun. There's something there for you guys to ask questions to. I mean, how many times are you going to get the chance to ask Pete Brownell and Jamin McCullum questions about what they see the industry doing?
Exactly. And for me personally, for Dan and I, this is going to be like a family reunion. I'm hearing some of these names you're talking about, and I'm like, yes, I get to hang out with these people, pass them in the hall, get a quick hug, get a quick high five, maybe a quick interview. Um, and it is, I mean, this is a first annual of this, but I can already tell that's going to be the culture of this event. It isn't going to be stuffy. It isn't going to be like, oh, the celebrities are over there, right? This is going to be all of us intersecting together as people first. And what an amazing opportunity. I mean, an email came through yesterday and had my name and my picture next to John Lott, right? Next to the lieutenant governor of oh shoot, I just lost the state that he's in. But I mean, it's amazing the people that I get to hang out with, reconnect with, and meet with. And even the panel I'm on is with Braden Langley, with Dan Waz, with Johnny B of Spicy Freedom, and Chris Stone is going to be the moderator. I mean, just stop it. This is over the top amazing stuff.
And I get to take her luggage.
Yes, you do. And I appreciate it. And I gotta fix what I just did because my brain went blank on who I was trying to say. Lieutenant Governor Mark Robinson and Governor Jim Justice, John Lott,
Wait a
and
minute.
I,
You
all on the
forgot
same picture together. Like, stop it.
you forgot Mark Robinson's name.
I know. I'm
Out
gonna
of
be in
all,
trouble.
you
I'm,
Well,
forget mine, but you don't forget his.
I'm gonna be in trouble.
I mean, you forgot the biggest part of Jim Justice is going to be there with Lady Dog or Lady Bird or whatever his dog's name is. It's amazing.
Yes, yes, absolutely. I just absolutely love this whole thing. And if you don't know these people yet, if you don't feel like you're part of the family yet, I think by the time you're done with the weekend at Goals, you are going to feel like you are part of the family.
Well, speaking of being part of the family, we also are doing regional breakout sessions. So you can meet people from your own state, from your own region. Our regional directors are going to do breakout sessions to meet people up from the same state and region. So you can make new friends and talk and learn what's going on in your region and your state. And that's just something that a lot of these shows, this is a chance to make lifelong friends, not just go to a show and look at all the cool guns and all the other cool stuff. No, you can make friends and listen and learn and become a better advocate for the Second Amendment.
Absolutely. So I have family that lives in different places in Tennessee. And so I texted him the other day. I said, oh, by the way, I'm going to be at this event. And my brother didn't say, oh, awesome, let's get together. He goes, Brandon Herrera is going to be there. Okay, I'm coming. Okay, fine. I get it totally because I mean, it is Herrera. But it's like, get your priorities straight, come hug your sister, and then, see the rest of the show.
Well, and you brought up Johnny B, who's going to be on a panel with you. Johnny's doing a live comedy show Friday night. It's free to the people who want to show up. So if you've watched him on anything, if you've watched Spicy Friday Live, you can go to that comedy show for free. And now there is a limit of like 1,400, 1,500 people, but there is extended capacity behind the amphitheater where you can just stand and hang out. We're going to have a cigar bar out there too. So there's going to be like a little cigar lounge if you wanted to, and the cigar lounge is going on all weekend. So if you just want to go outside and have a cigar and talk to people, this is really focused around our members and growing the 2A community. And it's not just like, hey, here's the show, go walk around and see all the gun companies and grab all the free swag you want. Go learn, go sit in. There's 2 different spots that we're going to have panels. There's 3 different classrooms where we're going to have breakout sessions and things like that. There's Stop the Bleed training that's going on during the event for free. Like
Wow.
there's a lot going on that it's just not a, hey, Canik released a new gun or Henry released a new gun or Palmetto released a new gun. I got to go see it. It's, hey, Cheryl Todd is talking and Brandon Herrera is talking and John Patton's talking and I get to go see, my favorite YouTubers and I get to go learn from John Lott and what he has to say. And I get to hear about state by state perspective and I get to hear about legal and what our lawyers have to fight through. This is the best part. Our lawyers who never do any public speaking are going to be doing their own panel. So you can hear directly from the GOA lawyers on what they has to go into doing this. There's going to be Q&A sessions. This is something that is unlike any other event that you've been to.
And I love.
So I have a question. So John, obviously there's a lot of things that you're not going to be able to mention because we don't have time to mention everything. Is there a site that somebody could go to and see all the things so they don't miss what they want to see?
Yes, you can go to gunowners.org/goals, GOALS, or you can go to goals.gunowners.org, or you can just go to the gunowners.org website and there's a link to go to Goals to pre-register. And tickets are available at the door as well. So you don't have to pre-register. It is free to all GOA members. That's a big thing. Free or $25 at the door. That gets you an annual membership to GOA as well.
Oh, wow. And an annual membership.
Yep.
That's amazing. So here, I love that GOA is doing this because you are the no compromise group. And I think that challenges so many other organizations because, sometimes it's like politics, right? Well, you got to give a little to get a little. And GOA is like, wait, what's this thing called? It's called the Bill of Rights. It's called the Constitution. That's the line. That's the standard. And I think that's amazing. Now, this does not sound like something you guys threw together in a weekend. This sounds like something you put some serious thought into and money. And so this is a huge investment. Why does GOA see this as such an important investment?
So, little backstory. I started at GOA exactly a year ago last week. And in my interview with Eric Pratt and John Valleco, we went out to dinner in DC. I go, why is GOA not doing a convention? And so I got hired on and they're like, okay, so you're in charge of doing a convention. So we have been,
I love that.
so we have been planning this since October of last year. Kaylee and I met up in Knoxville we narrowed it down from multiple locations, picked Knoxville, went to Knoxville, did the convention center, picked the convention center, and then fought tooth and nail when we were supposed to announce in December until February to get concealed carry. So that just
Mhm.
shows how much we wanted to be in Knoxville, but can continue the fight. So this has actually been planned out over 6 months, which has been so much fun on my part, which I wanted to do this anyways.
Absolutely.
We wanted to give this is a large investment, but also the industry is paying for this. So we have invested our money, but we're also getting money from the industry who's paying for the boost spots and sponsorships and things like that. So this is a big fundraiser for us at the end of the day. We're trying to raise funds and go. But not only that, but we wanted to give something back to our members. We've been around since 1976. We've never done a convention, and we wanted to give back to all the people who support us. And by doing this, this is our way of giving back. This is our way to give them training and things that they may not have when, you know, time doesn't allow. Now this is time for them to come together as GOA members, one voice, and go, hey, we are no compromise. We fight for the Second Amendment, and we want to learn on how to become a better 2A advocates. And that's a big thing. I mean, we did put a lot of money to do this for free for our members, but
Mhm.
also we have the support of the industry who's really stepped up and got we've sold out of booth space.
I love it.
So that just says a lot. And we have room to grow. So there's room for more booths next year in another part of the convention center that we haven't touched. So this
That is
is really
fantastic.
big. And not only is the comedy show Friday free, but we also have a free concert Saturday night.
Oh, wow.
And that is I'm on the spot here. I'm trying to remember. I'm really bad with names.
Well, you know what? I bet it's on your website.
It is. The concert is with Easton Corbin, who's doing the free concert uh Friday Saturday night after the show's over. We've got really long hours Saturday, so everybody can enjoy and actually get and do stuff. And then Sunday is a really short day, really nice, easy day, 9 to 4. But we have two different, like I said, two different places to do panels, two different places to do talks, 3 classrooms, all this fun stuff. It's worth it. It's worth the investment of your time to come to Goals and learn and enjoy and see all the cool new stuff that's coming out.
Is there a chance that there's going to be an auction at this thing?
We are currently working with our friends over at Gunbroker. We just
Mhm.
started a partnership with them, and we may be auctioning some stuff off at the show.
That's usually where I get in trouble.
Yeah.
The live auction gets me in a little bit of trouble.
That sounds super fun. This is so ambitious for a first year. I am just really applauding you for going big, right? Go big or go home. And if you build it, they will come. You know, the whole mindset that we entrepreneurs live and die by. And so I just can't wait to see everybody that shows up. And you mentioned the panel. I'm going to be on the Second Amendment in a Digital Age panel. And that is so important because every single one of us walks around with a camera and a microphone on our phones, right? We are all citizen journalists. And if we can encourage people more and more to use that tool and to use their power and to use their individual voice, I feel like that alone would help shift the landscape with some of these huge social media companies that want to, kind of shove us off in a corner, mute us down, cancel culture us. And if we aren't learning all the time for things like that, then they're going to get to do whatever they want to do. So I appreciate you being that thoughtful about that particular topic, much less all the other things you are going to organize there.
Yeah, I mean, that's very, very important. And on our podcast, I like to say this a lot is pick up a camera. Everybody asks like how do I become a YouTuber? Pick up a camera and do it. It doesn't have to be perfect from the get-go, but you're doing something that you want to do, and try it out and do it and see what happens. I mean, if you influence 5 people, that's 5 more people who are joining us. If you influence 10 people, that's the thing where I was told by a Mr. Guns and Gear a long time ago. I told him I was doing this a while back. I did a channel for a gun store I was working at. And I told him, like, yeah, we only got 400 and something subscribers. I'm trying to figure this out. And he goes, that's 425 people that you've touched.
Mm-hmm. That's
that
right.
may not have done it. And I was like, I've never thought of it that way. And that's why I always encourage people, pick up a camera, do stuff. I know Meta and everybody has been censoring us, but now's the time to do those things and show how much we our support of the 2A is and become one voice.
Absolutely. I love it. I love the whole thing. Um, we do need to start winding down and wrapping up so I can start packing for my now extended stay in Knoxville, Tennessee. And, just any final thoughts and tell folks again all the details they need. Even if you know, like, what's the closest airport? That's always one of my questions is, can I fly Southwest or do I need to start looking at Delta and American and some of those others? And I think we decided on Delta for this trip, and we're flying right into Knoxville. But any of those details that you can give people would be helpful.
Yeah, show starts 9 a.m. on Saturday. You can pre-pick up your badges Friday night starting Friday afternoon at 3 before the comedy show. You can also pre-pick up your badges Saturday morning at 8 a.m. You can get tickets at the door. We always recommend that you pre-register so that way you can move through the line faster. It's a lot quicker that way. Local airport is TYS, which is Thompson McGee Airport in Knoxville. I'm Tyson McGee. Sorry. It's Tyson McGee Airport in Knoxville, Tennessee. So that is the local airport. There's also Tri-Cities and Chattanooga that are a little bit further out, but Knoxville Airport is a nice small regional airport. You'll probably have to fly through Charlotte, Atlanta, or Chicago to get there. Do not fly through O'Hare. Bless you if you have to. I've done it before. There's also, like I said, there's tons of things to do. Make a vacation of it. Have a week of it. Go to Dollywood. Go to all these things. Come to the show and make the show your end. And this is right before school time. Make
Mm-hmm.
this a family time to enjoy each other. Like I said, 120,000 square feet of convention center floor. We've got tons of things going on. Free concert, free comedy show. Downtown Knoxville is beautiful. Come to Knoxville. We look forward to seeing you in Knoxville for G.O.A.L.S.
John, how about media? Is it too late for somebody to register for media to be there on Friday?
No, it is not too late to register for media. There are some media requirements that you'll have to meet. I believe it's 500 for YouTube. I've made the thresholds really low. 500 for YouTube, 2,000 for Instagram, 3,000 for Facebook. And we're also doing Rumble, Truth, LinkedIn, and a couple other ones as media too. So it's a little different than a couple other shows.
Okay.
Fantastic. Thank you again so much for all that you're doing to really, I feel like, revolutionize what we're doing in a 2A space and the advocacy space, and also for investing in the next generation in the ways that this event is doing. That's everything, honestly. So thank you so much, John. We will see you in Knoxville, Tennessee very, very soon.
I'll see you soon.
Thanks, John.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Now you got me all excited.
Right?
No, you done messed me up.
I did.
I've got work to, I have to work.
Well, learn how to work remotely. That's what everybody's
Oh,
doing
okay.
nowadays.
Okay. Oh,
right?
yeah, I'll do that. Okay. Remotely. Okay. I don't even have a remote control. How could I do that?
That's great. No, this is so
Yeah.
exciting. I'm really encouraged. Like the minute I heard about it, I got excited and I was like, I want to support this any way we possibly can. And then they were generous enough to put me on a panel to talk. And they're also giving us a media booth
Right.
so that we can do live
They
interviews
would do
while
like
we're there.
15-minute interviews and stuff like that. So
Mhm.
out of all the events that I go to,
Mhm.
the most important one that I've ever gone to was the Second Amendment Foundation.
Mhm.
And I think this is going to be the second most important. And it's not because of the event itself, it's because what they do.
Mhm.
The Second Amendment Foundation has proven
Mhm.
beyond a doubt of the how they've saved us from terrible laws. And so has Gun Owners of America done the same thing.
Absolutely.
So
That
for
too.
that, the least I can
Powerhouse.
do is support them and go to their
Absolutely.
event.
And just even the forward thinking, and then how that acronym came together. But Gun Owners Advocacy and Leadership Summit, because if we are not being advocates actively being advocates for what we believe in, for our values, then we're leaving everything on the table. So, learning how to do that more effectively and be better leaders, this is just perfect. I'm so excited.
So, what if I wanted to be not only a better leader, but a better shot when it's sweaty hot outside?
That was an interesting segue into what I wanted to share with you guys. Our friends Shelley Hill and Brian Hill of The Complete Combatant have created this awesome product. It's called Locked In Grip. So, what this is a liquid shooting sports chalk. Sometimes, your hands get sweaty when you're shooting. It's just part of the game. So, this is a no slip, better traction, heightened connection type of a liquid shooting sports chalk. And you can get some for you and your favorite buddy at lockedingrip.com. Spells just like it sounds. And if you love products made in America, then let me invite you.
I'm made in America.
Are you made in America?
Yes, I was.
That's good to know. Let me invite you, Dan and I. This is your personal invitation to a private invitation-only shopping club that is helping our family and millions of other families across the nation cut the cord on the huge corporations that use our own money to diminish our freedoms and individual liberties. From laundry soap to skincare to delicious snacks. We always nibble on these in between episodes and between shows. Peach praline, Simply Fit, delicious.
And you made a
You can
made a
shop.
mistake and didn't mention something.
I will get to the steaks.
Okay.
You can shop online as you need items or set and forget your order like I do. Everything comes right to your door. It could not be any simpler. It is patriothousehold.com/GFR for Gun Freedom Radio. Every dollar you spend there supports American jobs on American soil, making American made products, and it is supporting the work we do. We get a tiny piece of every dollar you spend to support our work, our travel, to go to places like Tennessee and be a part of these events. And also, Second Amendment Foundation, as Danny mentioned, a small piece goes to them as well to help them with all the lawsuits that they're fighting on our behalf to support our rights all across the nation. So at patriothousehold.com/GFR, as Danny mentioned, they also have the best beef products, steaks, hamburgers, roasts. And again, it comes frozen, safely packaged right to your front door. It is honestly, I've never had a better steak. And I'm no grill master, but I just throw some pepper, some salt, stick it on the flame grill outside, and truly I feel like we are eating in one of the most high-end steak restaurants there are. Riverbend Ranch is part of their brand. So patriothousehold.com/GFR. All right. I want to thank John Farner. I want to thank Gun Owners of America, Eric Pratt, all the people, Kaylee Neiman, all the people who are working behind the scenes on all the areas that they are to help protect our rights and to teach the next generation. Thank you so much. And thank you to all of our viewers and listeners all across the planet, Dan. Wherever there is internet, we have people who are eager to watch and listen to this content. And that's amazing to me. People are hungry for freedom, individual liberties. They're hungry to know how they can, be better advocates, be better trained with their firearms. And so if you want to go back and watch any portion of this video, or any of our videos, go to YouTube, GunStreamer, the smartphone app, OpsLens. And when you go to these platforms, this is key. Hit the subscribe and the notification button. And here's why. That tells those companies, those platforms, those social media companies that this content is something you want as the end user. And that will give us a hedge against that canceling, that censoring. So please do that so that we can continue to bring you great subject matter experts. If you want to listen to the audio only version, what do, Dan? You go to our website, gunfreedomradio.com, and you,
I think you binge listens to your heart's content.
darling. And that's always a little nod to our friend John Petrolino. If anybody out there reads his stuff, he's with Bearing Arms and a couple of different publications. He's written a book. But John Petrolino, every time we see him, he goes, darling, because of that little thing that we say. So, hey, John, I hope I see you at Goals. And if you want to find the links to what we're talking about here with John Fahrner, or you want to see bios and photos of all the people that we've ever interviewed on this show, go to our guest tab at gunfreedomradio.com. It is an ever-growing database of subject matter experts. And when you spend time there, we don't hate that. All right. Until next time, we are going to pray for this nation. We are going to pray for organizations like GOA that's doing amazing work, and all the leaders within that organization, all the leaders across this nation that are doing good work, and all of the people who are elected officials that we call leaders. That always ruffles Danny's feathers, right?
I'm going to go now. They're not
Because-
leaders. They're representatives.
That's
Okay.
true.
Listen to me. Don't say the word leaders again with politicians. They represent us. They do not lead us.
Who are the leaders, Dan? We are.
The club made for you and me. No,
We-
we are the leader. We lead them to represent us. Stop it.
Yeah. Well, actually start it, because if we are truly leaders, then we need to lead our representatives. But too often we hire them with our vote, and then we step away, and then we get mad when they don't do what we wanted them to do when we didn't tell them in the first place. So, yes, pray for our leaders, and even the ones you don't like, maybe especially the ones
You just said
you
leaders
don't
again.
like.
Pay for our representatives.
Okay.
I'll do that.
Okay.
Pray that they don't lead us, but they represent us.
Fair enough. All right. Until next time, Dan, what are you going to do?
Pray for our nation.
Oh, we already did that. We're going to be good to each other.
Are we? Okay.
We're going to have a great week.
Yes.
Be good to each other. Have a great week, and God bless.
Bye-bye.
And I'll see you in Tennessee.
Yes.